Hello and welcome. This is Freewill Tarot, and thank you for being here with me. This reading is going to be for the sign of Pisces. Hello, Pisces. I hope y'all are having a great week. Shoot, a great month, a great year. All of the above. Okay. You have 3 messages off top in spirit, and I'm going to go ahead and read them to you. The first one we have is resolve, Pisces. It says, when you finally commit to your path, the universe aligns the support you need. Make a firm decision today. Remove hesitation and step forward with complete conviction. So I believe that some of you probably been going over in your mind a certain direction in life you're ready to take, or something that has been plaguing your mind on. I just feel like a lot of you feel like it's something at hand that you maybe been hesitating on doing, but it's time to choose, especially with the year rounding up here to 2026 and closing 2025, okay? You also have illumination. It says, truth and clarity are being revealed, okay? You're seeing things the way they truly are. So no more illusions, no more telling yourself something different than what's actually being presented to you. Seek deeper understanding, journal, meditate, or ask signs to guide your path, okay? So some of you could have clicked this video, and this should, and I hope it does help you, because give you a sign, because it's illuminating your path to show you what direction, you can go in, okay? Some of you also could be working on trying to bring something in this new year, a new way of being, a new start that you want to have, or it could be a passion project or something you've been thinking about doing. Could be in any avenue of your life, but it says execution, okay? Ideas alone won't create change, so a lot of you could be thinking about this, but it says turning thoughts into actions is what will lead to results. So the time of just thinking about it is over, and it's time for you to ground that and start really making plans to do it, not just think about it. It says make a concrete plan and take the first step towards execution today. So start doing, okay? Not just thinking, doing. And that could be in any sector of your life. That could be in relationship, that could be in career, that could be in anything, okay? Some of you, I know all this time of year people talk about losing weight. I'm going to lose weight. Or I'm going to get more healthy. Well, here we go. It's time. Okay, let's get right into your tarot portion of the reading, okay, Pisces? I feel like some of you maybe or either you deal with some kind of health issues, or you were sick. Maybe you don't have healthy, and maybe you just, were under the weather. Oh, that little piece of hair, I can see it, it bothered me. You were under the weather here, okay? But I feel like a lot of you are getting better. You had the star card, which is rejuvenation, okay? So you're getting better, all right? And this is definitely talking about you. If it's not that, if it's not where you guys were sick or anything like that, it's just talking about you kind of come in full circle with yourself and thoughts, things that could have been on you are starting to get up off you, right? It's starting to get a little bit better. But I still feel like a lot of you are at a crossroads here, okay? And if you've been following this and you've been reading my, readings for you, I say this a lot because it's the end of a cycle and a new cycle coming in. So you might hear me say that, okay? And you guys have the World card here twice, Pisces. These both are the World card. So what that tells me, and you have the Transformation card, is something really big about to change in your life right now, right? It's a really big shift that's getting ready to take place. Some of you is going to be when it comes to your money and finances and career, or your family, family structure. But I really feel like some of you has got something to do with money and stability. And others of you is going to be when it comes to love. I feel like it's an offer that's being made to you, maybe by someone, and you're kind of not sure if you really want to go all in on that or really go in that direction as of yet, okay? I say that because above you, you have the Four of Cups. Okay, Four of Cups is like being offered something from the universe here, God, universe. But, you know, you're contemplating, you know. It's like if an offer comes to you, you're contemplating if you should take it or not. You're looking at everything of, if I do this, what this would happen, or if I do this, I might lose this. If I do this, then I'm going to have to give this up, which is a normal thing that everyone faces, and that's a good thing to do, to really go through and try to decide what it is that you want to do. But nevertheless, there is a choice that needs to be made here on a certain direction and a path that you guys are getting ready to go down. I do want to say, be careful, or some of you are getting ready to sign something and do contract or some kind of paperwork. Be careful with that. Read it very clearly. I'm not saying don't do it, but I'm just getting like, it keep getting my attention. For whoever this is for, just really pay attention to what you're signing. I'm not saying don't sign it. I'm saying read it clearly and make sure you're okay with what's all in there, okay? For whoever that's for. I do feel like a lot of you did spend time with family and friends maybe this past weekend, or you will be doing that around the holiday or the new year or something. I do feel like it is a offer. For some of you, it is the offer of love, and others of you, it's just the offer of a new direction to take here. Again, yes, you will hear me say that a lot because that's what's happening right now. Okay? There is a brand new beginning right here. But a lot of you have not taken that because you are in the point of reflection and contemplation, if that's something that you are ready to do in the first place, or if that's really what you want to do. Okay? Spirit is telling you to be curious, okay? Don't stay in the same. When we have a new year, it's a new cycle, so it's time for new things. You know, really be honest with yourself about what it is that you want. But don't fear change either, okay? I said be curious here. You have, this is a time for intellectual growth, okay? Lean into your urge to explore and learn, okay? So that's the advice from Spirit for some of you. I do feel like a lot of you have a lot of responsibilities. Maybe you have children. Maybe you have a lot of family responsibilities, or it's just a lot on you, you know, where you're trying to figure out and balance all this out. Now, the advice I can give you, if you are facing that, while you're also contemplating a new direction for yourself, whether it's in a new job, a new project, something to give you more money, maybe somebody's offering to be in a deeper, more committed relationship with you, anything like that. Spirit is wanting you to go within, okay? You have the Hermit card with this Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is talking about something that's ending, but it's also talking about a lot of responsibilities you have, a lot of things, you know, that you have to try to balance everything out to make everything fit and function. And maybe a lot of this has been on you guys. You Pisces is really just trying to figure out stuff. You just got a lot on your plate. Spirit is telling you to go within here and take a time out and really look at things and drop things that you don't need to do anymore, or shift how you do them, okay? If it's not something that you really have to do, find a way where you don't have to do it, you know. Just be strategic is what I just heard. I'll say be strategic, okay? All right. You also have the Harvest card here, okay? So it says, results require time and hard work. Prioritize stability and growth over instant rewards. So some of you, maybe be focused on other things. Maybe, you know, you're doing other things. You also have the bondage cards here, which is temptations. So you could be dealing with temptation, something that's easy for you to get real quick. You take that, but then you end up feeling bad or guilty that you maybe shouldn't have done that in some cases. And a lot of you are going to get to a point of where you kind of can drop that here with the Nine of Wands. Spirit is calling on you to be resilient here with the, that's the Ten of Wands, okay, to bring that to an end. You have the Ten of Wands here twice talking about responsibilities. So responsibilities that you could be having, and it could be addictions or things you keep doing, you know, but that doesn't serve you. And it's time for you to stop that. I would just be... It is a new direction for you to take, and a lot of you know what that is. A lot of you know what direction you want to go in, but you have not done it. Okay, whatever excuse you tell yourself, oh, I do it this way, or and then that little temptation come in and you'll do it and then you'll feel bad about it. Well, this is the time for you to stop doing that to yourself. This is the time for you to really step in and do what it is that you want to do and need to do, so you don't have all this stuff on you. Okay, all these responsibilities, all these burdens. Some of you it's addiction. Some of you is being I say it, but weak, and some just like it's something that you know that you get from something, but you know that it doesn't pan out very well, or you end up feeling bad that you did it because you really want to do something else, or you really want this change, or you really want to go in a different direction and get more stability. But it's something that keeps, it's a burden, right? It's a burden and it's toxic. So Spirit will want you to go within and to drop that, okay, and to let that go and to stop doing that, all right? It's going to be different for all of you. All of you know it is. Some of you, it could be drinking. Some of it could be hanging out with friends. Some of it could be hookups. You know, I'm going to say it. Some of it could be hookups. Some of it is just taking on more than you should because, you know, you're a Pisces and you feel like, sometimes you feel like you have to do that for the people you care about. But it's time for you to change that. Okay, because it's bounding you. It's keeping you stuck. It's keeping you in this repetition of unhappy. Because when you do it, you start thinking, oh, I could, if I did this, or if I could do this, this would be better. You have to get to that point because you do have the world card here. And a lot of you are thinking that. That's probably why you clicked this video. You are in the mindset of feeling like it is time for you to stop doing certain things. And a different way of doing things and releasing some things off your shoulder. And if you do, don't feel guilty. You know, if it's making you feel overwhelmed and it's burdening you, you know, don't feel guilty for letting something go, and don't feel guilty for taking a new option or a new direction for yourself that's going to make things better for you. When you are well-rounded and happy and feel good and free, you can love people better, you can love yourself better, and you can do better things in this world, okay? Do not feel guilty about saying that it's time for me to do something different for myself, or it's time for me to let something go because it's not good for me anymore. Even if it is a person or a relationship or a situation, even if it's an addiction, a bad habit, anything. Even the way that we can show up and love people, and we give so much of ourselves that we can't give back to ourselves, where it ends up now becoming a burden. That now has turned up into a bad thing. Don't be a martyr, okay? Because then it'll start being resentment, or you'll start feeling bad that you didn't achieve or get certain things that you wanted, okay? So it needs to be a different way that you start doing things and showing up even for yourself, okay, Pisces? I hope this helped. Thank you for being here. Bye for now.